another fantastic day at Glove World.
In this episode, SpongeBob and Patrick start out having the time of their lives at Glove World. But when the day ends and it's time to head home, things go wrong fast. They get on the wrong bus, and instead of going back to Bikini Bottom, this bus takes a nosedive straight down a cliff into the middle of nowhere, a place called Rock Bottom.
Hey, SpongeBob?
Yeah, Patrick?
Where's leaving Bikini Bottom?
Where did you see that?
We just passed the sign.
Now, Rock Bottom isn't just the wrong stop. It's dark, and it feels like you've stepped into another world where nothing makes sense. The locals make strange raspberry sounds when they talk. The whole town looks creepy, and it's honestly one of the most unsettling places we've ever seen in SpongeBob. You can almost feel SpongeBob's stomach drop the moment he realizes when they've landed.
I don't want to be here. I want to go home. Look, I can't even tell the bathrooms apart.
Patrick, of course, gets scared right away. SpongeBob tries to be the strong one and tells him to stay at the bus stop while he goes to figure things out. But the second SpongeBob leaves, boom, the next bus shows up. Patrick hops on, and just like that, SpongeBob is abandoned. He is completely alone in this strange, unfriendly place. And that's when the sadness really kicks in. He keeps trying to get on buses, but no matter what he does, he fails. They speed away before he can grab them, or he waits in line forever just to miss it by seconds. At one point, they tell him that the last bus has already left and he has to wait until morning. You can feel how heavy the moment is. SpongeBob's face drops, and for once, his usual smile is gone. It's such a miserable episode. SpongeBob is surrounded by strange fish, but he can't connect with any of them. He doesn't understand their language. He doesn't know the rules of this place, and all he wants to do is go home. The saddest scene might be when SpongeBob waits in that endless bus line. You see his hope slowly fade away as he realizes he's not getting out of there anytime soon. And it's different because it's so real. It's not just cartoon humor. It's that heavy human feeling of being trapped somewhere you don't belong. Finally, when SpongeBob hears strange noises in the dark, you almost think the worst is about to happen. But instead, it's a kind of anglerfish who returns his lost glove balloon. That tiny bit of kindness saves him, literally. The anglerfish ties the balloon to SpongeBob, letting him float up the giant cliff back toward home. It's a happy ending. For him.
Don't worry, SpongeBob, I'm coming back for you.
But in true SpongeBob fashion, just as he's escaping, Patrick decides to ride back down to Rock Bottom to rescue him. Meaning poor Patrick ends up stuck there instead. Rock Bottom isn't the loudest or scariest SpongeBob episode, but it's one of the saddest. But this next episode, ouch. If Rock Bottom made you feel lonely, will rip your little sponge heart right out.
You're 15 minutes late.
Sorry, Mr. Krabs. I was out all night looking for Gary.
It all starts with SpongeBob bringing home a giant bag of snail food for Gary. But before he can actually feed him, he gets distracted by a package on his doorstep. What's inside? A paddleball set. And because SpongeBob is SpongeBob, he throws himself into the paddleball challenge like it's the Olympics. Hours go by, then days. SpongeBob forgets about everything. His house, his friends, and worst of all, Gary. Meanwhile, Gary is sitting there starving. He tries to tell SpongeBob he's hungry, but SpongeBob brushes him off, and the saddest part, Gary thinks SpongeBob doesn't love him anymore. So feeling unwanted, he quietly leaves the home. SpongeBob's best little buddy just walks out.
Gary! Hey, Pat.
Yeah,
How long was I taking the Dirty Bubble Challenge?
about a week.
A week? Are you sure?
A whole week passes before SpongeBob even notices. When Patrick finally breaks him out of his paddleball trance, SpongeBob realizes Gary is gone. He searches everywhere, inside the house, around the neighborhood, even at Squidward's. Nothing. And he finds Gary's goodbye note in the mailbox. And man, that note stings. Gary basically thanks SpongeBob for the good years, but says he deserves someone who won't forget to feed him. Ooh. Meanwhile, Gary ends up with a new owner, An old lady who spoils them rotten. Real snail food, a soft bed, constant attention. On paper it looks like snail heaven. But then comes the twist. Turns out this old lady has a dark habit of overfeeding snails until, well, let's just say her closet full of empty snail shells is nightmare fuel. Gary realizes he's in danger and escapes, running back to find SpongeBob.
There.
Gary, now I know I was wrong. I messed up and now you're gone.
And SpongeBob, he's an absolute wreck. He's crying, posting missing posters, even taking out ads on TV. He refuses to give up, no matter how hopeless it looks. This is the saddest part of the whole episode. SpongeBob is usually cheerful and clueless, but here we see him completely crushed without Gary. His tears feel real. You can almost feel how much he misses his little buddy.
Gary, please come back to me.
Thankfully, Gary sees one of SpongeBob's posters, realizes how much he's missed, and makes his way back. The reunion scene is short but so powerful. SpongeBob breaks down crying, hugging Gary like he'll never let go. And honestly, that's why Have You Seen This Snail is so damn relatable, until the next episode named Dump comes and wrecks us even more. Now this one hurts in a different way.
Gary?
Hey, SpongeBob.
Oh, hello, Patrick.
Dumped isn't about SpongeBob losing Gary by accident. It's about Gary straight up choosing someone else over him. And that someone else, his best friend, Patrick. Ouch. It starts off sweet, with SpongeBob and Gary happily playing tag. But the moment Patrick shows up, Gary latches onto him like glue. At first, SpongeBob laughs it off, but then Gary spends the night at Patrick's house, ignores SpongeBob's favorite games, and even refuses to go back home. SpongeBob tries everything. Toys, fake injuries, even begging. But nothing works. Gary just doesn't care.
Turn around, Gary, turn around. Gary, no. Gary, no. No, don't do it, Gary.
The most heartbreaking moment? When SpongeBob and Patrick let Gary choose who he wants to live with. And Gary crawls right to Patrick. SpongeBob stands there crushed while Patrick rubs it in like the worst best friend ever. Later that night, SpongeBob sits alone in his room crying, listening to Gary and Patrick having fun without him. The scene is brutal. Desperate to fill the hole, SpongeBob gets new pets. First a worm, then a snail named Larry, but none of them love him back. The worm runs away and Larry is aggressive and cold. SpongeBob realizes nothing can replace Gary, and he breaks down again.
I know. If you come back, there'll be a no rules rule. You can do whatever you want, when you want.
Finally, Patrick and Gary show up at SpongeBob's place. SpongeBob drops all pride and pleads with Gary to come back, even promising no rules. But Gary still ignores him. Just when it feels like SpongeBob has truly lost his best buddy forever, the twist hits. Gary never really loved Patrick, he just wanted the cookies Patrick had in his pocket the whole time. Classic. Gary returns to SpongeBob like nothing happened. But the damage is done.
Oh, Gary, I knew you'd never leave me. Aw.
This episode shows SpongeBob's raw jealousy, heartbreak, and loneliness, while his so-called best friend Patrick makes everything worse. And who knew a talking sponge could make us cry this much? Now excuse me while I go hug my pet before they run off with my best friend.